Hello. Ready to get started. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Alright, let me look at my hacking plan. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly find some sound effects we can add for Heart and Rupee. Hi Fullbaka, how's it going? Yeah, I have a bunch of sound effects on my computer, so I'm gonna find one that will work for rupees and one that will work for hearts. Hi Chris, how's it going? Welcome. Alright, game. No. I'm good. Had a pretty good weekend. I saw the Minecraft movie on Sunday, and I went and saw Princess Mononoke in theaters yesterday, and I had the whole theater to myself, which is pretty cool. Oh no, I've seen Princess Mononoke many times, but it was my first time seeing it in theaters, which was really cool. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. It's great. They're all 8-bit ones. I don't think that really matches with what we're going for, but... Yeah, it's really good. All right. Beeps. I feel like these are probably exactly what it says on the tin. Yeah, it's not what I want. That sound like Stardew. These are more sci-fi than what I'm looking for. I thought it was fun. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's fun. I enjoyed myself pretty much the entire time I was there. really what I'm looking for there. Yeah, it was what it needed to be, I think. Like it doesn't have to be a great movie. It's just a silly, fun time. I feel like this could work if it was sped up and pitched up for a health collection sound. Let me... I was not aware that Audacity could use VST plugins. Effects. Pitch and tempo. Change pitch. Alright, I'm gonna pause the music just so I can hear this better. Can't hear that at all. That's strange. Huh. Oh, hold on. Settings. I remember, let's see. Yeah, there we go. It wasn't going to my headphones. Alright, yeah, there we go. I feel like the reverb on it is a lot. Let's see how that sounds. I think part of the problem too is the I want to change the pitch and the speed, not just the pitch. So let's make it like 3 times faster. Yeah. About 4. I think that sounds good. And then maybe we put a little bit of reverb on it. Yeah, that'll work. And now we can export it. And we'll call this health collect. Just want to double check the license on this to make sure it's all good. Cool. So now, if I go into my rupee scene, I add a audio stream player. And we grab that health collect sound. And then, or actually no, we should put this on the rupee collector. On the player. Gonna put my music back on. Rupee collector. And on here we'll add our audio player. I even put a little sound effect thing here. Alright, so now oh yeah, that was gonna be my health sound, not my rupee sound. That's fine. Alright, let's find a different sound for the rupee. What if we do a similar thing with this? That'll work. And maybe a little bit of reverb. We'll call this. Swap this out for cool. Good little placeholder sound. Oh, I see. I have an issue with these. Probably need to be let's see, change type. You want them to be 2D actually, not 3D. Because they do not need to be spatialized, because they're always on the player. Cool. Because they're on, these sound effects are on just a regular node that isn't 2D or 3D. But if I had them set to 3D sound, because this this node doesn't have a position, it was playing from 0, 0, 0, which is nowhere near the player. So sometimes we were hearing it and sometimes we weren't. It's funny. Marcos is testing. Cool. Let's look at some of these other sword slash animations that I brought in. Maybe add some more. Make it into a little combo. Let's see. This is the annoying thing is, since there is no mesh associated with it, did I not? Thought I set this up. Guess not. Yeah. Yeah, 3D audio is interesting. It entirely depends on what you're trying to do with it. Okay, that's a nothing animation. Strange. So yeah, 2D audio. Let's see. Let's look at. So you can pan it from left to right. Let's see. But it will always just kind of play from the speakers. But if you have a 3D sound like our bomb explosion, where is that? Actually, I'm just gonna I'll make a new 3D scene just to show you. So, if I add an audio stream player 2D and an audio stream player 3D, when I select the 2D one, it takes me to this 2D view, because it's associated with like the 2D stuff. But the 3D one, it's in the 3D scene. And you can like change some of the settings, like unit size, which I think changes the radius that you can hear it. Yeah. So by default, it's like you can hear it from 10 meters away. And then the audio listener, and there's also just like an audio stream player, which I think works pretty much the same as the audio stream player 2D. Oh, I guess the audio stream player 2D has it does have spatialization, but it's just 2D spatialization, I think, because it has attenuation and distance and stuff. But yeah, like you want to use, in general, you want to use either 2D or just like a regular audio stream player if you're doing like UI sound effects that don't need to be in the world, but then you use the 3D for sounds that need to exist in the world. So in a lot of cases too, you would want to use the 2D for like music, unless you have like a speaker or a character like playing an instrument or something that you want the music to seem like it's coming from. Yeah. So like the break sound effect for the pot smashing, that makes sense to be a 3D sound. But the UI sounds for collecting health just need to be 2D. So actually I think I'm gonna, what if I just make an audio stream player? So we don't need any attenuation, it's just UI. So I want to make it so if I press the attack button when I'm like part way through the attack, I can do a secondary attack. Because the Zelda games, for the most part, do like a 3-attack combo. For whatever reason, these don't seem to be working correctly. It might not have been playing because it was just part of the. Yeah. Because the animation tree is running. Oh, I'm duplicating the animation tree. That's not what I want. Yeah, that's not what we want. It's not playing the right animation. Animation not found. bonus needs to be attack A. Yeah. Alright. Okay, these appear to be the same. No. Okay, so C is fine. It's just not it's not the right handedness. So I need to re-download that one, I think. All right. Be right back. Sorry about that. Had to bring Thorin back inside. He was barking at something. call this. Actually, this should be B. This one, B. Alright, so we make a transition that goes from B, or from A to B, and then from B back to our, and this one will be at end. And then this, so you have that one set to attack. This one will also be set to attack. So I can make a copy of this, call it Sword Attack B. And then we can do call it updated state, not process state. And then I'm gonna have some floats for time to allow combo start. And time to allow combo end. Then I have that doesn't need to be before we do any of that. Set current to 0. And we set current plus equals delta. And then we can say if current is greater than time to allow combo start. And current is less than time to allow combo end. Actually, we'll do that. So in enter state, we'll say input dot tech sword crest. And then we'll also put an exit state. So we'll say at like starting at 0.4 maybe. And then going to like 0.8 maybe. We are about to have ads, I just realized. Different settings or switch in advance. Let me check. So I know I was having issues where if auto isn't set here, then it wouldn't work at all. Because it looks like it's just playing the wrong state altogether. Like it looks like it's only playing the animation from state B. But it's saying that it's state A. I think maybe I need to make this attack B, and then let's see. So yeah, I think what's happening is let's see. So we're setting attack to be true here, and then immediately, because this is also set to attack, the frame that it entered here, it's like, okay, we should actually play this one instead. So let's go into the script here. And then in here, So here I can just say trigger, and then I can set this one to attack and this one to attack. Wait, no. This one, yeah, attack. This one, attack B. There we go. Cool. I might need to tweak the numbers a little bit, like maybe make this 0.9. Yeah. We got 2 attacks now. And we got sound effects. They look a little janky because they don't blend. I'm not quite sure how to like crossfade these during that transition. Okay, we do also have a weird case where we're like re-entering the idle state because so we have this timer here that is calling change state, but if we've already changed states before this timer runs out, then it's still calling this even though you've already exited the state. We can just say function idle. And we move this here. We can say here if state machine dot current state is equal to self. So I think that will prevent it from doing that weirdness when So I might want to also increase the start time of that, because if you maybe make this like 4-6. It is also, if I press the run button as soon as I finish rolling, I enter the attack state, but it doesn't play the attack animation. Which is kind of strange. So let's see. Okay, so we do have, in this transition thing here, we do have a crossfade that we can do. So we can make it like 0.03. That might like make it a little bit less janky. So this is another case where, like, in Unity, fixing that would be really easy. But I think Godot makes it a little bit more complex, because in Unity, you have this thing called an any state, where basically you can make a transition from any state to a state, and it will make it so rather than, you know, having to make a transition from every state to every state, you can just say make a transition from any state to attack A, or any state to attack B. So that would fix the case of, like, I'm still in the landing animation or the roll animation, even though I'm technically in the idle state, the animation's still going. So I should be able to transition. So, like, if I just do this, no, I don't want to delete the tree. I just want to get rid of this transition. So if I this, and then also make one from land to attack 1. It's really ugly, but this a little bit so so my roll state's kind of jank. So I can attack at any point during the roll. Because the roll state itself, it like transitions immediately back into idle adrenaline. I also want to have a, let's see, let's go into my sword scene. I want to add a, yeah, it would be cool. I'm sure there's a way around it. I don't know. I just don't know the animation tree stuff anywhere near as well as I know the Unity animation tree stuff. Let's see. Not really sure how trails are supposed to work in Godot. Like I want it to be something like that. Why can I not see it though? Yeah. I'm doing a thing that I'm calling a master study, kind of like how a painter will like look at the Mona Lisa and like try to make their own version of it to learn. I'm doing the same thing with Wind Waker. So I'm trying to build my own little Wind Waker type project to learn the Godot game engine. So I got this little guy. He can run around. I can collect rupees, and I got a sword I can swing around. Yeah, I'm a game designer and game programmer, so I am trying to learn how to make a Wind Waker inspired Zelda game in the Godot game engine. So I can pick up pots and throw them and stuff. Could smash them with my sword. Maybe. Something's broken. Yeah. So why can't I see? Okay. That's so it's just like the same color as the sky for some reason. Strange. No, I stream usually 2 times a week, and I only go for like hour and a half, 2 to 3 hours. So I've been doing this for like a few months now, on and off. If you're curious, I have all my I have VODs of all of it on my YouTube. I will post a link if you're curious. Yeah, I've only been working on this on stream. So there's my YouTube. I have all the previous VODs if you're interested. I've been streaming the entire thing. Occasionally I'll stream just playing games too, but I'm also making every aspect of the game myself using, for the most part, entirely free and open source tools as well. So if that's something that you think is interesting, definitely check it out. Yeah, no, this is nowhere near a full-time thing. This is just a few hours here and there. So like probably less than 80 hours total at this point. You make games too? Cool. Yeah, I've been making games for like, I guess somewhat professionally for like 12 years at this point. I used to make VR games. What kind of games have you made? If you don't mind sharing. Cool. Game jams are fun. I haven't done one in a long time. Alright, let's see. I want to make sure that this is double-sided. And our material here. Puzzle game jam, horror, Five Nights at Freddy-ish game, a puzzle platformer, visual novel. That's cool. Yeah, it's fun to have a lot of different projects. So if you're curious, I used to work for Alchemy Labs, so I worked on Job Simulator and Rick and Morty VR and Vacation Simulator, and Cosmonious High. And I am currently self-employed, working on my own stuff. I'm working on a unannounced game right now, and I made this little VTuber down in the corner in Unity, and I've just been enjoying streaming some of my learning process. Yeah. So yeah, cull mode disable. That's part of what I want. Yeah, Job Simulator was really fun to work on. They brought me on near the end of development, right as we were getting ready to launch on the Vive, the HTC Vive, for the launch of that. So we were like a launch title for Steam VR. Really, it was the first. We were also a pack-in with the Vive, so everyone that bought a Vive in the first like 2 years or whatever got Job Simulator with it. It's pretty neat. But I haven't done any VR stuff in a long time. I got a little burnt out on it. Okay, so that's... How does this work? We definitely want this unlit. Just we can kind of like just make it a lightish gray, kind of like the blade itself. So what game engines have you used before? Have you used Godot, or are you using Unreal, Unity? Only Godot? Cool. I've used Unreal in the past, and I'm using it for a current project. And I did Unity for like 10 years, and now I'm getting into Godot. I really like Godot. It's very cool. Okay, let's see. Senses. Raven Trail Mesh. Okay, so I think I actually want this to be a particle system. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, game development is super fun. I love it. GPU particle. Geometry. Draw pass. Ribbon mesh. Flat. Yeah, 4.4 is cool. There's a few features in 4.4 that I wish I had in this project. I don't remember what. I think this is. Let's see. It's like 4.3, I think. Yeah, 4.3. Don't know what I'm doing here. I need to do some research on this, probably off stream. I don't want to just be futzing around with particles. That wasn't even on my list of things I was working on. Alright, so I've been using Hack and Plan. Hello, Love Waves. How's it going? Welcome. So this is my backlog of tasks that I need to work on. I wanted, now that I have some sword attack stuff, I want to add an enemy that I can fight. Let's see. So I started working on some of the combat states. So we'll have like attack A, attack B, attack C for combos. Let's see. And then we'll have like this is called Hack and Plan. It's very cool. It's a Kanban board specifically made for game development. So you can have you can break your work down into sprints. You can have planned, in progress, testing, and completed. It's free, but there are like paid plans, but I've never had run into an issue where I felt like I needed the paid version. It also has this cool design model, which it's almost like a wiki. so you can have like your entire like game design, describe, you know, what you want to make, and you can assign tasks to individual things in your game design, so it's all like cross-linked together. You can also have like metrics, so you can keep track of like how many tasks you have created, how many are currently open, how many you've closed. You can log hours. Yeah, you can it supports free collaborators as well. Let's see. I'll show you the I'll just post a link to it in the chat if you want to check it out for yourself. But they have a template project that you can open and poke around in if you're curious how it works. It's very cool. You can even like embed 3D models and images and stuff. As far as I know, they don't currently have a mobile app. But it's very cool. I've been using it for a few years now, for a lot of my projects. I use Trello for some stuff as well, but just the fact that you can have like this design model is really cool. You can have multiple projects. You can have like a dashboard that just gives you at a glance information about what's going on in the project. And then like some of the paid features, you can have like a calendar, you can generate burn down charts and stuff, which, you know, that's overkill for a game jam or like a small personal project, but it's definitely very cool. Definitely worth investigating. Like, Trello is great for a lot of stuff because it's so lightweight, and my redeems aren't working, Dark Sass, I'm sorry. I will manually trigger the floof for you. Floof. I need to look into why my redeem stopped working. How you doing, Dark Sass? Yeah. I don't know if you saw, but I added some fun stuff for April Fool's Day. I added some fun little toggles, so this is one of them. I can be a rainbow. The other one's way more cursed. I'll show you when the floof is done. Yeah, I need to go into my Unity project and I can molt. I look so nasty with no fur. I just wanted to have some silly things I could toggle for April Fools. I don't think I'm gonna make them redeems. It was just fun to play around. I was briefly looking into why my redeems weren't working on April 1st, so I was like, I'm already in here, might as well. But I need to spend some more time figuring out. Yeah. Don't look. TOS. Over the weekend, I started playing around with doing some music composition. Nothing I'm ready to like put in the game or anything. I think it would be fun to do some music streams, but I'm kind of like learning how to do some of that stuff. Yeah, I'm using Twitchmata and I re-authenticated multiple times. I tried in editor and I tried in builds, and none of it was working. So I'm not entirely sure what's up with that. Because I know they, the Twitch API is moving, like switching over to the event sub instead of the pub sub, which I had already changed. But yeah, I need to look into the actual redeem events and see why those aren't working. I'm not too pressed on it though, because I do want to make I want to start working on my 2.0 at some point, and that's going to be in Godot. So I'll have that to look forward to. Should be fun. My awesome. Glad I could give you a cool tool that you hadn't seen before. It's yeah, it's a good way to stay organized. I'm pretty bad with organization. I have ADHD. But yeah, it's good to have a single place where you can put your ideas and track who's working on what and make good progress. Yeah, my treasure chest is busted. Yeah. Neurodivergent squad. I know. It's hard. I think I gotta wrap up in a little bit. Let me see who's streaming that we can raid. I know Renee was streaming. Don't know if he's still going. He's watching the BAFTAs. I can probably keep going for like another 20 minutes before I have to wrap up. So we'll see where we're at then. But if Renee's still going, we'll raid Renee. I'll give him a shout out. If you haven't checked out Renee right here, he does, he's built a cool 3D VTuber scene. We call it a VPO, a virtual interactive puppet overlay, where he runs around in the accursed theater, and his viewers are rats. And you can spawn a rat model in, and can use channel points to like drop stuff on him. It's very fun. I need to add my, let's see. I need to add my treasure chest opening to the state tree. No, wait, did I already have it? No, I did already have it. Okay. So I don't need this, actually. Nope. I did not mean to delete the locomotion blend street. Alright. Open chest. Open chest. Oh, okay. We'll raid someone else. It's all good. A lot of my friends that stream on Tuesdays start earlier than me, so maybe we'll raid Saturday night. Okay. So we are calling open chest here. Be an idle. Why is the open chest not playing on the player? Okay, let's. Alright, so we say stow sword and shield. What says move player to position? Is that? Might be the interaction controller. Yeah. So then why? Okay, we can get rid of this whole function here because we're not using the animation player, we're using the animation tree. And then let's look at okay, so we have open chest is a bool. Right. Well, I don't think we got key not found, did we? I'm gonna add open chest. And let me just double check and make sure no spaces. And spaces. Double check the, yeah, it should be under conditions, key string. Alright, so, and then also also want to set the complete to false. Oh, cool. I spelled complete wrong. That's why I was having problems. Let's see if that works. About to have ads as well. All right. Why is it yelling at me still? No instance. Attempt to call function set rule in. Huh. But why was it that one specifically? I'm gonna just delete this here and copy, paste. Okay, why? Okay, so it's immediately sending me back to the idle state. Why is that? Okay, so it is moving us to the right spot. So we are entering the state. Oh. I'm silly. I wasn't awaiting the timeout of the timer, I was only awaiting the creation of the timer. So it was immediately canceling out of the there we go. It's still not working 100%, but it works slightly better now. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here. I will be back for another Wind Waker Master Study stream on Thursday. So, hope to see you then. If not, have a good rest of your week. And maybe I'll see you on Tuesday. Let's figure out our raid. We will raid Saturday night. She's doing a co-working study stream. Yeah. Have a good one. Take care, everybody. Say hi to Kat. And I'll see you all later. Bye.